So what exactly is the problem with YouTube and TikTok and bunny girls? Well, this week I had 5 really awesome pieces and one that not many of you got to see. Hey everyone, it's Tony here with Nerds Never Sleep, and it's time again for another weekly figure roundup. That's right, this is the time of the week where I bring you in and show you all of the statues, figures, and collectibles that I highlight on the channel over the past week using things like YouTube Shorts, Instagram Reels, TikToks, and photo galleries across various social media platforms. Now, this week I had one chock full of goodness that you all really seem to like, with, again, the exception of one. Now, if you know, you know. Of course, it's going to be the bunny girl drama. But I will get into that when her time comes. So, as always, I usually do a short or a reel 5 to 6 days a week, and that's where all of these come from. So if you haven't seen them yet, check out our shorts and our TikToks. But I'm going to dive right into things, starting off strong with another Miku for Miku Monday with the super adorable and deformed Tokyo cartoony Sakura Miku. Now, while she wasn't as popular on the channel as the classic Miku was, you guys all did really seem to dig this one. And she is a very different take on the Miku look. And like I said, in the other Tokyo cartoony Miku, it's got almost like a chibi, like deformed and like almost pixelated look, especially when you get in close to the face and the eyes. The facial painting on it is actually like a very pixelated look. And the way the paint and the sculpt is on it, it's got a very retro feel to it. I really love this line, and it is a damn shame that they didn't do different series or even continue on with other Vocaloids other than the 3 that they did do, which is Miku, Rin, and Len. Now, I absolutely adore this line, all of them, including the Soniko and Yoko's that they did as well. But again, I wish it was just something that stuck. Apparently, not many people bought it. It wasn't a very popular line. And they don't make them anymore. So if you guys are looking for it, just know there are 2 Mikus, a Rin, and a Len as far as the Vocaloids go. So you're not going to get much other than that. But I do highly recommend checking these out. Now, for Twin Tuesday, I went for something a little bit different. Sometimes it hits, sometimes it doesn't, and this week it hit. Of course, I'm going back to ReZero with Amelia dressed as Aqua from Konosuba. Now, this was some kind of a little crossover collaboration that they did a while back, and I really wish they would do things like this more often. It's very creative. So we had Aqua dressed as Amelia, and we have Amelia dressed as Aqua. Very cool little thing. And while Amelia's not as scantily clad as Aqua typically is, and by this piece, it's actually by the older standards of Amelia, because she's not quite as endowed as she is in the new season of ReZero. Because, wow, they upped her quite a bit in that new season. If you guys know, you know. But this is an absolutely amazing piece. And if you looked at it, I mean, if you changed the color of the hair, really, you would think it was Aqua. But they did such a great job with actually distinguishing the two of them apart, with the use of Amelia's long and white hair, her eyes, her purple eyes, and it looks just, the costume is amazing. The pose looks really cool. She's fun. She's playful. And all the little details are there. Again, she's an Amelia that I really enjoy just because it is a different take on the character with a different look. So, again, one I highly recommend if you can get your hands on one. Now, for Waifu Wednesday, I went from one scantily clad bubbly girl to another. Going over to the Good Smile Company pop-up parades, a line that I always kind of sing the praises to that gets a lot of hate. This is, of course, from Fairy Tail with Lucy Heartfilia, and this is her classic costume. And this is, for those of you who need to know, the standard pop-up parade. They do make these in different sizes now, which I'm not a fan of. They have pop-up parade L's, which are a little bit taller, and XL's, which are even taller. And they're going to go double, triple, and quadruple the prices. So my opinions on these guys is always just to go with the standard pop-up parades. They are still in the affordable collectible niche. Now, for those of you who are looking to get the larger scale stuff and spend more money, obviously the L and XL series are really, really nice. So they're a little bit more detailed versions of the smaller pieces. My only issue is nowadays we get different pieces for different sizes, and I'd like to keep all my line in the same scale. So I miss out on a lot of them because we do have some new Lucy's that are actually in the larger scale that we didn't get in the smaller scale. So again, this is the classic one. This is the first printing of it. They did do a rerun of it as well. So if you are looking for one, they definitely do have them available, as well as a lot of the others in the Fairy Tail line. I know they redid Natsu and Gray already, so I'm not sure what other ones they do, but Lucy has several different figures based on all her different summons and her different forms and her different outfits. Urza does as well. I still need to get a couple of those, but if you guys are looking for any of the other ones, do check out on the channel. I did do some reviews on the various Lucy costumes. Again, you can't go wrong with Lucy. She always looks great, and these pop-up parades with so limited Fairy Tail affordable pieces, these are definitely a way to go. Now this week, I did not do That Time I Got Reincarnated as line piece for Reincarnated Thursday because I did Lady Malim and she got flagged not once, not twice, but 3 times as adult content. Even though I took her down and reposted her and took her down and reposted her, and I privated and then just deleted it and took her out because I don't know what's going on with the algorithms lately, but they do not like certain things, even though there are certain content creators flashing all their goodies all over the place on the internet and YouTube and TikTok, but I won't get into that. Figures are apparently offensive rather than showing your half, exposed self to the internet, but that's it. Maybe we'll try again next week. But I did go into Figure Friday with a banger to make up for it. And again, another one that got flagged on TikTok. Of course, I went back to Jujutsu Kaisen with one of my favorite characters. I just call him the Blood Daddy. Of course, you know him as Chozo. And man, he is one of those characters that started out in the series as I was just like, man, who is this guy? He's kind of a throwaway character. But man, as the series progresses, he grew on me to be such an awesome character. And this Sega Luminasta Battle Diorama series is just so damn good. And I know I was very excited to finally get my hands on it. I did an unboxing and a review for it. If you haven't checked that out, do me a solid. Go click on it. But this one is absolutely amazing. How they sculpted all the blood coming off the hands like he's going to shoot. It's just such a badass piece. The kind of destroyed rubble underneath his feet. And this is part of the series that has the Gojo, the Toji, all those guys all kind of in a big battle series together. And they all look incredible. I highly, highly recommend the Sega Luminasa Battle Diorama series. Now, the strange part on this one is this actually did not get flagged on YouTube, but did get flagged on TikTok for violence, and there was another one as well. And I had to appeal it twice. I had to appeal it, and I failed, and I re-upped the video, got flagged, and appealed it again, and it actually went through. So for those of you who follow on TikTok, you did get a chance to see him, but it was a very gimped down chance. I do, however, still highly recommend checking this piece out. He is incredible. Now going from one piece of flagged content to another. I closed out the week to test the algorithm just a little bit for Sword Art Saturday with, of course, the absolutely adorable By Cute Bunnies Asuna. Now, this is the white bunny variant, obviously. Her original one was the black bunny costume, and I never could get my hands on it until now when it's reprinted. So I went with the white bunny and paired her up with the black bunny costumes of Leafa and Sinon. Now, for those of you who don't know, I do love me some bunny girls. I have a lot of the quarter scale freeing bunnies, but I'm very partial to these By Cute Bunnies by Furyu because they are so well made, so amazingly detailed, and they're such a good price for what you get. Now, for the price of one of these, right, these run about $30 to $40, right? Although their prices have been going up quite a bit. But you also have your quarter scale freeing bunnies, which are definitely larger, right? Those things go for $400. Now, you're paying almost a tenth of the price to get these. So, I get it. The quarter scale bunnies, I really like them myself. But you can't go wrong for the price and the value of these By Cute Bunnies. I absolutely recommend them if you are a fan of bunny girls or just a fan of these different anime series because they do a lot of them. I highly, highly recommend them, guys. But again, I don't get why TikTok banned her twice on me. I fought it, got denied, reposted her, fought it, got denied again. And here's my thought. Going to go on a little side tangent here, guys. This is the only piece this week over on this side, the YouTube side, that got less than 20 views. Absolutely beautiful piece. Less than 20 views. Everything else here, hundreds, thousands of views. Except for this one. I post a normal asana, hundreds and thousands of views. I post a bunny girl asana, nothing. So my theory that the TikTok and the YouTube algorithms are pretty similar is getting to be pretty on point to me. So I think what I'm going to do next week is I'm going to do a bunny girl week. And I'm going to test the algorithm and I'm going to do it again. And I'm going to see what happens. But enough of my little mini rant there. That is it for all the pieces that I highlighted this past week. Now, as always, I usually give you guys a favorite high end and a favorite low end. This week, I don't have a high end. It's all lower tier stuff, basically, which I consider lower tier the $50 under range. Like under $50 range is lower tier. So you got your $40 prize figure, stuff like that. This is a tough one because I really love each one of these pieces for different reasons. But I've got to give it to my boy Chozo over here because this Sega Luminasta line is so just chef's kiss when it comes to their Jujutsu Kaisen line. They are absolutely incredible. And I know a lot of these sell aftermarket for a substantial amount more than what their retail is. But they have been reissuing these guys. I actually just got my hands on Toji finally. So, finally, I'm so excited. Keep your eyes on these guys because Sega has been reprinting them. And if you can get your hands on the line and you're a JJK fan, I highly, highly recommend getting them all. They are incredible and you will not regret it. But that was my pick for the week. Let me know in the comments what you guys liked the best and what you guys would like to see in the future. What you guys want to see for a themed week, and if you are agreeing with my bunny girl conspiracy theory. But either way, guys, that's going to be it for the figures. Let's roll it into some little page updates. So not too much went on the past week. I'm still doing some game streaming. I'm Oh, the amazing Expedition 33 is still going over on stream. Not my most popular stream. And I've been told by a lot of people that are on the channel, they don't want to come in because they don't want to be spoiled. And I can fully understand that because this game is so damn good. I've been keeping away from anything myself. I have not gone into anyone else's streams. I haven't watched gameplays of it. I have done nothing because I didn't want to be spoiled. So I can 100% agree with you guys for that one. But I'm going to keep playing it on stream because I'm absolutely loving it. I did shoot a video last week and did not get a chance to post it because I was getting YouTube errors and failed uploads. I don't know what's going on, but that's a new thing now, and it might be just with the mobile app. But I've been getting failures on every one of my uploads on the first attempts. I have to re-upload them again. Don't know what's going on. Might reinstall the app. I don't know. Figure it out. But I'll have that ready to go later on this week because I wanted to get this out first. And I'm also going to be doing a Nier Automata Kuji unboxing. So that's going to be a really cool one. We're going to be able to compare the older Kuji to the newer Kuji. Pretty excited for the new one because the older one, not that good. And then I also am going to be doing another massive What's in the Box from my Big Bad Toy Store end of the year sale from last year. Now, all this stuff have been sitting in my pile of loot, and I finally shipped it all out. It is 3 very large boxes. So I'm going to be doing that, and I think I'm going to try to do it all in just one video. I also have a very large Crunchyroll store order that I have to do a What's in the Box for as well. And that will be coming in the next week or two. And then by that point, I will have another Big Bad Toy Store pile of loot showing up with about 20 items, I think, that should be here within the next 3 weeks. So, oh my God, there's so much stuff and so little time to actually film these unboxings and reviews. So, fingers crossed I can actually start catching up. But not much else going on other than that. Still doing my gaming streams as always. Stop in. I'm going to be mixing it up a little bit more again this week, going back, trying to finish off Sword Art Online, Last Recollection, and maybe dip back in for some more Dead or Alive volleyball, kind of throw some more things around in the air. But that's going to be it for this one, guys. I know I went off on a little bit of a rant, but I got to rant when I see these kind of weird things going on with my analytics. So, thank you guys so much for checking the video out today. Hopefully you enjoyed it. And if you did, do me a solid. Click the like, the subscribe, the share button. Spread the nerdiness. Follow on all the social medias. The links are down in the description below. And I'll see you all in the next one. Bye, everyone.